The Blob, starring the late Steve McQueen, came out in 1958. It was around about that time, and a drive-in film in which a meteorite comes from the sky. A homeless, kind of naive type gentleman, old man sort of thing, finds the meteorite on the floor, and it splits open, and he starts prodding inside of what looks like a gooey substance with a stick. The gooey substance gets onto the stick and kind of in comedic fashion gets onto his hand as well, so it's going to consume him. But nearby there's luckily these teenagers, Steve McQueen and his girlfriend, who play, well, like I said, they play teenagers, and they find the man and try to drive him to safety. And I don't want to give everything away, but the blob is growing. It's feeding on humans, pets, flesh, anything it comes into contact with like that, and the blob must be stopped. Now again, it's the 50s, so the teenagers are out to try and save the day in this one. The authorities won't listen to them, the police won't listen to them. They're trying to get to the bottom of this mystery of why people are dying and going missing in the first place. A doctor gets eaten, and I won't go too far into that, but anybody who comes into contact with the blob is getting devoured anyway, in true horror sci-fi fashion. It's a 12. It's a 12 certificate, so there are kind of horror elements to this film. And the blob does attack like a movie theatre, which has been kind of featured. The clip of the blob attacking the movie theatre has actually been featured in quite a few films in the future, and in clips and throwbacks to the blob and stuff like that. The blob was actually remade in 1988, 30 years later in the 80s, and with a more gorier, bigger budget, which we want to see the remake of the blob come out onto DVD over in the UK at one point if possible. But as we stick to this original 1958 blob, there was a sequel called Son of the Blob or Beware of the Blob, and that came in the 70s, early 70s if I remember correctly from what I saw online. Steve McQueen plays a good likeable teenager. He's a bit nerdy. Everybody around him is kind of like, hey Steve, how's it going? What you up to? What do you mean there's something out there? And he's like saying, I don't know what's out there. There's something out there and it's attacking people and devouring them and everything. And of course Steve McQueen and his girlfriend are right. They have to find out ways to try and defeat the blob, destroy the blob, or if he can be defeated, sort of thing. And again, I don't want to give it away or anything like that, but there are situations which our heroes get put into where they get clues of how to stop the blob, sort of thing, when they get cornered by the 1950s classic sci-fi horror kind of character, sort of thing, of the blob. DVD has got behind the scenes gallery, black and white gallery, lobby card gallery, original poster gallery, original prop set gallery, and the original trailer. This is the first time this hit Blu-ray and DVD, The Blob, in the UK. It's not been available for long, I don't think. It's only been out a couple of years or so, but I would recommend The Blob. Such a fun film. It is cheesy, fun stuff. And I first watched this on Channel 4 in about 1990 on the Sci-Fi feature. after the creature feature had finished, which consists of Godzilla films, but this one was like the Sci-Fi thing going off on Channel 4 at the time. And my dad was telling me all about this film, and like, so he was a good introduction to it, so I suppose I've got memories of this. It's basically a cult classic of gooey greatness, as it's been described on the back. Steve McQueen was from The Great Escape, and of course he went on to do Bullet. But this is one, I think this is, I believe, one of Steve McQueen's breakthrough films in The Blob. Drive-in theatre film for teenagers and everything like that, for them to enjoy. I would recommend The Blob. And if you haven't seen The Blob, why haven't you? So, this is Mr. Shelton TV, aka John, recommending The Blob. Thanks guys, hope you like this look at this film, which you could watch on Halloween. See you soon guys, The Blob. Goodbye.